afternoon and welcome to Confest on the Humber. We're out again, it's cod bites fishing adventures. We're at Paull, look at it. Flat as a pancake. I know it's just gone, but it's as flat as a pancake. On a cod quest. I've had some good cod in the last few weeks, let's be honest. But I'm still looking for that elusive 20 pounder. We're not far off end of cod season. So I've come to see if I can get one at Paull. I've had a few here this year. Biggest about 2.5, 3 pound, not massive. I want a bigger here. I've seen some nice ones come out. So I'm going to get what I can out of here while I can before end of season. And then it'll be all beach stuff after this, probably. But it is one of my favourite venues for catching cod. Basically because you can fish from the car park, you haven't got far to go. But I've got one rod out at the moment because I need to sort the other one out, because last time I was at Macro, as you know, you'll have seen the video by now, I lost a decent cod on the wall after the wall cut my line off, which is what you get for fishing on your own with no help at Macro. But there you go. It's a great venue here anyway, so let's hope we get some fish. I'm going to leave you on that rod because I've just got a feeling I might get first cast look on it, you never know. It does happen a lot here. The good thing is, it's 54 degrees, that's Fahrenheit. Flat as a pancake, no wind. Well, there is, but it's about 1 mile an hour, so if there's any bites we're going to see them. There is a bit of debris floating by. I think it's 6.87 tide or something, so it's not massive. But there is a bit of movement because I pulled about 5-6 degrees to the right, but other than that it seems to be holding alright, so we'll keep it on the rods and see if we get some. Right, while you're watching that rod, give us a shout if you see out, won't you? If any bites, give us a shout. Bring me up or something. Be a bit late like, because I've already got it on. But you usually get somewhere here if it's only a flatty, because, you know, as long as you don't flank, that's the main thing. Because I'm on run of 5 now, and I've had some massive cod. I've been luckier than most this season because I've had my fair share of them. Certainly a lot better than last year. In fact, I did have some good sessions last season, but not in the same calibre of what I've had this season. Don't get too excited if the rod goes, because there's a lot of debris floating by, and it could just be debris. But that Sonik Sport Black, what's out now, that's the one that's been doing the business on the cod. This might take a bit of time because I've got to do my reel. With my son Danny today, by the way, he's actually watching my rod, hopefully, while I'm sorting this out.
I've got my eye on it.
Just trying to find the right clip. There aren't many clips in here, just finding them. There they are. Keep an eye on that rod, because you never know, I might get a bite. I'm still not looking at it, so it's the only problem with coming unprepared.
I was pulled to the right a bit.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of tide will pull, that's all. Be fine. I didn't take long, it's quicker than what I thought. Our tide's about 5:20, I do believe. Somewhere around there. It's about 2:15 now, so 3 hours too high, just over. We're winning, guys, we're winning. Gotta find the right rigs now. Fishing with pennels because I don't really want flatties. Although I might move on to a pulley, not a pulley, a flapper or a paternoster later on if I don't get no joy. I make all my own rigs because I prepare them. I know what I'm doing then. Trust them more. Yeah, let's try a 6. Let's put a 6 on this one. I've got a 4 on that one, but got my new pliers today that I got from a place called Placino.net, and they're pretty good. I'll show you them shortly. Don't think I've had any nibbles yet. Right, we'll try a 6 on this one. This one's provided by one man and his rod, Russ. Makes some good weights, does Russ. Might put a bait clip on this one, Gemini bait clip, because I've got weak points on this light. I've got this rig really, but shouldn't really put that many clips on, but what can you do? Starting off on the black lug for now, but I am going to be switching to squid and carp. This is just to get me going because my bait's still frozen. But I've had most of my cod on black lug anyway, so I'm not bothered. I'll bang this one out a bit shorter so I can avoid all that turtle pull. 3 black lug on this one. Put the splashdown on upside down. I love it when a plank comes together. Why I did that I don't know. No weak links on it. I'm not going to wang this one out because I've just redone it all, and you never know where your knots, do you? This one's going short. Everything looks right. Very short this one, not going daft. Just a little gentle flick. Yeah, might borrow a straight deal. I must have settled before I wound it in. Right, I'm going to take a little break there because I don't want to burn my camera out this quick. But it's all good. Sport rod's out. Oh, hold on. I've got a bite. Keep an eye on that rod, I've got a bite. First rod nearest to you.
Yeah, yeah. A decent bite, that.
Keep an eye on it. It might be just letting go, but it hasn't moved. Just leave it a couple of minutes just to see if it was a tidal pull or it picked a bit of debris up. Did look like a bite though, but probably only a flatty. I haven't had a whiting for quite a while. But I suppose the whiting will start moving back in now. Now it's just moving that. I'll take a little break and I'll be back if there's any action, because it's been going quite a bit. Whether it's letting go because of the tag, 'cause I've only got a 4-ouncer on this, but it's given me some good pull downs. It's either a flatty or nothing, but it's my trusty Sonik Sport rod, so I get a lot of cod on this one. Feels heavy, but probably weed.
You right now?
Can't feel no wriggle, but it could be a flatty.
Ow.
Gonna swap it to an 8 though, to a 6. Definitely.
That's a big chunk that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I did tell you though that it, you get a lot of tidal pull early on. Probably just a bit of weed came in. Probably that was pulling it.
Don't feel like that'd pull it a lot though, would you? Is it light?
You wouldn't think, but I'm going to move to 6. Because I don't think that's holding very well. But the other one seems to be all firm, doesn't it? So.
That's for sure.
I've actually got 8, but
I feel like there's something good on that.
yeah, I say it can do.
More fishing around here.
There's quite a few fishing today. They'll fill up in the next hour because tide is due in about 2.5 to 3 hours, so you'd expect it to fill up.
We're doing changes. Wet.
Yeah, it's a bugger getting this electrical tape off it. Bit hard to open with electrical tape on. That's the plan's a lot better. Yeah, it's holding pretty much anyway, so you could get probably 20 metres apart anyway. Right, I'm going to cast this one back out. I won't leave the camera on because you're not seeing much. But if there is out happening, I'll be back. Yeah, that was a nice bite.
My black lugger like licorice sticks.
Yeah, mine are like that.
Yeah. And I catch more fish on them than fresh worms, you know.
Yeah, I've caught it mainly on frozen blacks.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember, it's like the like us, like a bit of salt and vinegar on the seafoods.
Yeah, most of my cod this season's been on frozen blacks that are pretty old.
Can't come back on here yet, cod like
There you
last
go.
year, have they?
Might be on that.
There's still some pure whiting showing.
I ain't had a waiting for a good 2 or 3 months out of here.
Yeah. I sold down a while ago, didn't I?
I think I've got a flatty stuck on this hook here.
It's strange how that mackerel keeps trying to big enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I've had 3 personal bests from there.
Yeah.
So we usually got a £7.2.
What do you fish just right at the side of the hump?
Anywhere between the B&Q and the San.
I was going to go there, but it's a bit busy there at this time.
Yeah, I was going to fish there today, but it's busy during the day there. I've got a flatty on that. I think I'll have
All
it.
flatty lads will be starting up there now, won't they?
This is a flatty.
I always fancy it right top corner of the path. There's a bit of turmoil goes on, isn't there? Yeah.
Well, a flatty or a small fish finger sandwich.
But it's pulling.
Bird's eye fish finger.
Got a real small
Maybe a
cod.
twig or a bit of weed though. You can't tell with this one, it's stiff.
I got a fish on down on that transference. And down at gravel. And my rod was double. 20 minutes to get fish up to me. I'll see, mate. If not in water. I can get it fed out of water.
I don't really feel much, he just got me into it.
Nah, it's had my bait, like.
You can get it fed out of water. It's not big.
It's had my bait, that's about it. It's a good bite though.
They just got me into it, and then landing around 5-6 hours.
You're not fishing Pully Rig?
I want a pulley now.
Yeah.
Just that fish has took me into it. Yeah, I'm on a pulley.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll get my dogs in.
Well, at least they're biting, that's the main thing. It's taking all my bottom worm. Tangled my hooks up, look.
Ugh. Those look like strings, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but I should have probably waited a bit longer for that flatty, but it's only flatty anyway. So I ain't that bothered.
Oh, he's got one over
Rockling
there.
in it.
He's got a tiny thing.
Looks like a rockling.
It's probably the fucker that come off the yard and went to it.
Keep an eye on that one.
Probably jumped.
Shame about that, fellas, because it was definitely a flatty bite, that. Oh, it's a cod, he's got a little cod.
No,
Somebody's just caught a little cod up there. Only about
it's tiny that though.
about 9 inches, but I mean it was a cod. So they're out there. Now the thing you got to work out is cod. If there's one there, there's more. And the big fellas will be there. And I've got my favourite bait on to catch them. So lovely black lure. Look at that, beautiful. Like tar, just as how I like them. Nice and juicy and thick. They last a lot longer on your hook.
Go good with a bit of bread. Oh, might be some big cod in there.
Beautiful beautiful bait that. Was a nice bite though, so I mean the camera missed the best part of the bite because it was going for quite a bit, wasn't it? But that's the first guaranteed bite that I know was a bite that I've had. So I'm quite happy about that. So I'm just going to flick that out about 50, not too far, because it's holding about 50. There's a lot of debris floating by. Well, that cod further down that our guys just had has given me a bit of confidence that there's cod out there. It's always nice to see somebody else getting one and then you know they're there. Next time I pull that in, I'm going to put a splash down on it. Not so keen on that, them bait clips. Just going to get a splash down out for next time I pull it in, because I'm more confident. Bait don't come back, cast. Bait shot off there, so I'm not happy about it, but just splash down, I'll sort that out. One of them will sort it out, because what happens is, watch, I bet your hook goes in there. When the hook hits the water, that hits the water and releases the hook. Well, that will guarantee. So it's all good. Next time I pull it in, I'll put that on. Well, that was a shame. Some nice little pulls. Definitely a flatty bite though. But it had quite a few goes at it before I put the camera on. Thought it was on. Did feel like I had it when I pulled it, but probably got off. But I am using 4 rows. Decent size hook, so you know there's a good chance I won't get the hook in the mouth with all that bait on. I put 3 black lug on them, you see, so I am sticking to 3 black lug because it gets an expensive hobby, obviously. But when I first start, I like to put 2 or 3 on, and then you get a bit of bait up your line, and then I'll just replace it every time with 1, and maybe I'll make a few carp and squid baits up and interchange a little bit. It's a bit early for carp and squid at the moment. Maybe in the next hour I might swap over. Might make some baits up now while it's quiet. I'll be back if there's any action. I'm not going to leave it on for too long because there's no happening, but I will be back. Put the camera on because one of them might produce a fish. Definitely a bite on both. They look like flatty bites, but you never know. If you remember that big cod, that £4.10 I got at macro a few weeks ago, that looked like a flatty bite, and look at that what turned into. So you just don't know, do you? But I mean, 9 times out of 10 a cod bites a slack liner, but or some big pull downs at least. These are just flatty nibbles. I'm just hoping there's not a lot of crab out there. But as I say, that guy has just pulled a small cod in, small codling further down there, only about 7 or 8 inches like, but the cod's a cod in it, and if there's one there, there's going to be more, isn't there? So at least we know they're still in the river. But I'm hoping these 2 bites, one of them turns into a fish. I've actually got a nice squid and carp bait ready to go on the next one. I'm going to change it to a splashdown, the one that isn't, just got a bait clip on it, because it releases and I don't want it releasing in cast. But I'm just hoping one of these comes back through the line, because I want to break this blank and then we'll move on to some nice fish hopefully. Not often you get a bite on both rods, and especially when they haven't come back. It was guaranteed 100% bites though. There was lovely little bites, both of them. The lines are very close together though. They're about 14 inches apart, about the same distance. 6 ounces definitely holding though. I swapped to 6 ounce and they're holding fine. 12 o'clock. At least we're getting some bite action. I mean, you can sit here and not get even a bite, so I've had 3 good bites now. Shows you a sign you're going to get some fish. Right, I'm going to say I'll be back, because every time I say this and I turn the camera off, I'll get another bite. So let's hopefully, I'm going to turn this camera off, and when I come back I'll definitely have a good bite. Right, we're back. While it's quiet on the bites, I just want to show you something that I got from a company called Placino, which is situated in America, USA. Lovely set of pliers, long nose, great for your hooks, getting hooks out of fish's mouths, crimps, they do everything, which I'll show you. Beautiful, look at those. Fantastic. Rust proof. Got built-in cutters. You can see on the camera there, but they've got built-in cutters at the bottom there. Then you've got an hook retriever at the top. You see that on that one? Just there, look. Hook retriever. Completely rust proof. As you pull them out the pouch, which you get with it, get a pouch with it, fits on your belt there, look. Got a belt holder. Now you don't have to take your belt off to put it on, because it's got an overhead clip on it, as you can see. So you can just slide it up your belt, then it locks on. But it fits nicely on your tripod, right near your rods. I've been using it. It's also got a clip that you can obviously move it, stuff like that, look. But I like it in its pouch. Now I ain't actually used it for pulling the hook out of fish yet, but I've used other bits on it. Second time I've been out with it. I did say I'd give it a good review and using them. You know, I don't want to make a separate video on it because, you know, you might as well have them in use really. But lovely bit of kit. I mean, they're really nice feel in the hands. I mean, I'll show you where I put them while there's no bites going on. I'll show you where I put them. Ideal for your rod rest. Let's have a look. I mean, this is what I do with them. Obviously, they go back in there. I mean, they've got a long. I mean, they reach your gear when you're pulling your stuff in. I stick them in there. Ideal for salt tripods because what I do, I fix them under here like this. That goes under there, and they sit on your tripod. So when you're pulling your gear in, they're there ready to use. And obviously, they're not in your way. Slot them back in. They just fit lovely on your salt tripod or any tripod really with a bar. Fantastic. I love them, me. They're lightweight. They're steady and strong. Completely rust proof. What more can you ask? I also got a reel spooler off them, a line spooler. I got that about Christmas time or just before. I've had it about 2 or 3 months. I ain't really had time to use it, so I never made a video of it because obviously I ain't had time to use it. But I did tell the company that I ain't had time to use it, and I said next time I put some line on one of my reels, then I will obviously do it. But in the meantime, they sent me these pliers because you know, I said, well, send me something I can use that, you know, now. So they sent me them pliers, and only took about 4 days to come from USA, airmail and stuff. But I've got to say they're spot on. So plusino.com, go on there, pick something out, come back to me with a message under this video, and I'll give you the promo code. In fact, I'll put the promo code on this video. There's about a 40 or 30% discount code that they've given me with it. So if you want to buy anything off their site, I mean, it's mainly, I mean, probably 75% of it is for, you know, coarse fishing really. But there is some sea fishing stuff that's, you know, good for sea fishing. So I know there's other stuff that I could be using. So obviously they'll send me other stuff as I go along. But, you know, have a look at the site, plusino.com. Have a look at the gear, and if you fancy out, just put a little message underneath, and I'll give you the code. You'll get 30-40% off your first order. So it's worth it. I don't think the postage is that much either, and it comes in about 4 or 5 days max. So it comes by ups, so it's pretty good. But in the meantime, I'm going to get you back on the rods. You know, I just thought I'd give them a mention because I seem a decent company, and the woman I'm dealing with is pretty. She's all right. She's real friendly and stuff. So I didn't get in touch with them. They just pulled me out the blue. But by the way, guys, today I'm using Sakumas as usual. My Sakumas, but I'm using Gemini splashdowns and stuff like that, and Gemini rig clips, and so it's a mixture of Sakuma and Gemini. I'm on my Sonik Vader Sport, Sonik Vader, sorry, XS, and I'm on my Sonik Black Sport, which is my favourite rod. You know, so much so, I'm getting another one of these, so I'll have a pair of them. Fishing any kind of terrain, really. Them lovely casters. I love them. And you saw me pull that 11-pound 4 cod in on it, so I mean, superb. And you saw me pull the 4-pound 10 in on it and actually lift it out of the water pretty easily, and it was quite a long way off out the water. So you know they handle the fish. Fantastic. So what more can you ask? I've been blessed this season. I've been having some good fish, so I can't grumble. I mean, I know I had 3 blanks or so on the trot about a month ago, but before that I had a run 13 or 14 without a blank, and I've had some cracking cod. You know, I've just got a bite on the end rod while I've been talking. Whether I've missed a bite while I've been showing you the Placido fish pliers and stuff, I don't know, but let's have a look. Definitely a bite though, that. But when I bring this Sport back in, I'm going to change it to a splashdown, Gemini splashdown, because I don't want my bait coming off as I'm casting out, and it has done a few times. The other one's got a splashdown on it and I don't have any problem with that. You know, sometimes you get problems with these splashdowns with sand getting caught in them and then they don't release, but you know, we're not on the beach, are we? So, but you just got to be careful when you're before you cast out to make sure you blow any sand out that's got caught in them, because it does stop them releasing sometimes. But other than that, cracking piece of kit. So I've got a feeling I've actually got a flatty on one of these rods, because I've had a few knocks on them both. And we all know about flatties sitting there on the bottom, you know, for a long time, swallowing your hook. I mean, they're going to have a job swallowing these hooks because they're 4 holes, like, but there is a lot. There's a lot of debris floating by. I'm going to show you it, in fact. If you look there, there's a lot of debris coming downriver. Some more debris there. Luckily, I haven't gone out far, but there is a lot going by. Tide's coming up to, well, that's what we're up to at the moment. Quite a lot of anglers down there, as you can see. There's a good 8 or 9 rods out. One cod has come in. Lovely day, about 2 or 3 mile an hour wind, not to worry about. It's not causing any problems. It's just warm enough to keep your hoodie on without putting your coat on. Although my lad's put his coat on because he's not used to conditions like us hardened fishermen, we don't care, do we? But don't bother me in the slightest. Like, it's going to have to be a lot colder than this for me to get my coat out. Or rain, obviously. But I am confident of the fish because I have had some good nibbles. I just haven't got a fish at the moment. But I'm looking forward to summer season and catching some nice rays and some smoothies and that. And hopefully I'll get a taupe and a turbot, because I ain't had either one yet. Oh, and an haddock. I'd love an haddock. I mean, I'd love to get an haddock today, but you know, rare as rocking horse, aren't they, at the moment? But my bait is Hull Angling Centre, Holderness Road. That's where I've been getting my bait from, my blacks, and they've been fabulous. I can't really fault them. Got some cracking fish on them. See that big tree trunk over there, look? Don't want that catching your land, do you? That's going to come back later.
Yeah, we're floating past now as well, I know that, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of debris, as I've just showed you on the camera, floating by, but I haven't gone out that far. So luckily it's gonna miss all my gear. I mean, normally I would be out as far as that, but I did actually see debris coming in, so I've deliberately cast about 30 to 40 to avoid it. But I can see some of these lads to the right of me maybe get caught on it, because I've seen a few well it out a bit. I mean, when it clears up a little bit, I probably will flick it out further, but not at the moment. Not a lot of pull though, I want to say. It's holding pretty firm, really. I mean, I cast these out about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes, and they're held. They're still at about between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, so you know, they're holdable. Right, I'll be back if I pull them in or I've had a bite. Yeah. First of all, I'm going to pull the black in. I've had another nibble on it, but I don't expect there to be a fish. But I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to swap it to squid and carp, because it's getting nice. It's getting nice and deep, this water now, and might go a big fish. I have had some nice bites on this though. I don't expect there to be a fish. It does feel heavy, but there won't be a fish on it. It's holding nicely though. I'm just going to swap this to a splashdown because, as I say, it was releasing. I'll leave that bit of worm on. I'm going to put swap it to a splashdown. Swap that to a splashdown, and now I'm going to put squid and chart on it. I'll leave that bit of black lug on it for a bit of extra succulence. It's holding quite nice anyway. Let's go get me bait, what I've got prepared. Some nice carton. Is it out on it? Yeah. Lovely bait going on now, let's grab that. I'll throw it down there.
I must think I've got about 40 fingers with. Having fishy rolls.
Beautiful bait, look at that. All that lovely juice. Right, beautiful bait, now that. I'm going for the big fish now, guys, because it's about 1 hour and 20 to our tide. Still a lot of debris coming in. I don't like the look of that big plank coming down. Probably just see it on camera. It's directly in your view. Just past that floating bit of plastic. Just there. There's a plank coming by, so I might just wait while that goes by because I don't want to lose my gear.
Hard work. It looks like there isn't much after it.
Well, there is a bit of debris coming down, so there must have been a bit of battering going on last night on the coast.
I got you a treat there.
Oh, good job. See what this carton squid does. The black lug. Can't really cast out yet, guys. I'll just wait until that twig comes out. I'll be back if that happens. Rods are back out. I've got the far rod. Sorry, the one nearest to us. The rod nearest to us, the Sonik Black Sport. I've got Squid cart and black lug cocktail. The far rod, the Vader, I've just got pure black on it, about 3 blacks up the line. I had a couple of nibbles, but I hadn't had much. I had to wait a little bit because there was a lot of debris floating by. I didn't want to cast into it, so it's gone now. So I've knocked them out about 70 metres ish. It's about an hour from top, I do believe. I can't swear on it, I'll let you know in a minute, hold on. Yeah, it's about an hour from top. And it's hard to pull slow down a lot now, and I'm holding about, well, I'm holding before 12 o'clock. Between 11 and 12, so it's obviously, wherever it's landing now, it's holding. I've wanged them out a bit further because I'm hoping to get across on one of these lines. I don't know which one's out the furthest. And if I get a fish, I'm going to struggle. Just try and work it out. That's it. Black's now furthest away, guys, because the lines have crossed. Because this Vader, I wanged it out quite a distance. And it's pulled a bit further round than the other. But lovely fresh bait on them. I'm going to leave you on them for a little bit because I'm going to have a drink. And obviously I've got a spare battery, you know, so I'm not worried about running out. I mean, I don't want to make the video massively long if there's no fish in it, because you never know, do you? I might not get a fish. I've had the bites, I just haven't had the fish. But I still got a feeling I'm going to end up with at least one fish. But if I don't, I don't. You know, I can't be greedy. I've had lots of good sessions in the last few weeks, so I'm not going to cry about it. Plenty of good sessions. I'm just going to watch them rods now and let you watch them with me and see if we can get a fish. Lovely conditions, I mean, absolutely perfect conditions. But how many times have we had perfect conditions and not got a fish? You know, it's one of them things. Sometimes it's not the perfect conditions you're looking for. The sky's brightening up really well on the south bank. Sun's out over there, looks lovely. Got a feeling that might come to us very shortly, maybe about in the next hour. Rain's held off. I came fishing because I haven't been out for a week, and it's just ideal today. The weather looked nice. I wasn't going to go to the beach because they're not producing fish at the moment. You know, most of the fish have been caught in the river, so I didn't want to keep going to Mackerel, even though I love fishing there, and I didn't want to go to Victoria Dock or Cod Corner because there's a lot of snags there, and I know you get good fish, but you know, you don't want to be costing your gal man in bait in lost rigs and stuff. But I know here, you know, you don't often lose a lot of gear here. Sometimes you don't lose any, but most of the time you don't lose any if you're lucky. So, and it still produces fish. But we're right on the cusp now of summer species moving in, so you know it's not going to be mad chaotic with fish, but you're still going to get the odd cod in here. As that guy proved earlier down there when he caught that little 7 or 8 incher, it's still in there. Right, first rod, Vader, the orange rod, one nearest to you. Just had a little pull on it. I don't think it's crabs because the bait's still been on, although it's been munched. If it had been crabs, it'd have been picked clean. They don't miss a crumb, them. I mean, I am using big hooks, so I don't really expect, you know, to catch flatties really. Although these days flatties take anything, don't they? Whether the fish are playing ball or not, today, I don't know. I mean, I've got the right bait. I've got good bait on. Everything's in my favour, really. I see nothing else come out to the right of me. There's about 9 rods out. Apart from that cod earlier, little codling. But top of tide. Between now really and the next half an hour, 90 minutes is probably going to be the best fishing time. So that sun's coming this way, doesn't it?
Aye. Oh, 4 hours.
Let's get the Yankee and the string vest out in a minute if it comes over here.
Got the speedos in my bag.
Yeah, exactly, get the old speedos out and that. Catch a few rays. Sunshine that is, not fish. You know, it's unlikely to get a ray in here. People probably have, but I've never caught one in here. Well, it looks like the debris cleaned up because I don't see any more now. Lovely and peaceful, isn't it?
Aye. It is for Paull.
I mean, that's why I like it here sometimes. It's real quiet. When we go macro, it's real busy with traffic and that. A lot of noise off the motorways and stuff. But you're out the way here, there's not much traffic around you, so it's pretty good. I'll be back. We're back in beautiful sunlight. I mean, it's cracking. Do you know this battery's nearly out and it was a brand new one? Look at that. Beautiful now. Oh, look at that big tree trunk over there, look. Danny, big tree trunk. Yeah, it's beautiful now, look at that. I'm going to have to change this battery in a minute because it's on its last legs. Luckily I've got a spare. No fish as such. I've changed to a Paternoster now. I've got a panel on the Sport and a Paternoster on the Vader, the one nearest to us. I'm trying a bit of this time. I'm just trying to break the blank. I don't want to blank. I don't want to spoil my run, so I've just got to get the camera right now because bloody sun's got in the way. I mean, we like the sun, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to keep the back of the camera towards the sun so that it doesn't sort of like glare you out. It's all good. Still no wind. There's quite a few people here. It's all looking good. Let's see no more fish come out though. No more fish have come out of this river for any of these guys that I'm fishing with. It's what time it is now?
5 o'clock just about.
It's 5 to 5, so there's half an hour to wire. You'd think I'd start getting a lot of bites now, but obviously nothing at the moment. But we can live it up. I've only got a couple of hours left max, because I won't fish past 2 hours past 9. Because there's going to be a lot of debris coming by, because obviously it's past us, so we know it's coming. And anybody who fishes here knows you get a lot of debris coming back.
It's all coming back now.
So we don't really want
Big chunks of it.
I've just got a feeling the weed's going to be bad today. On the when the tide's on the ebb. Just got a feeling. So I'll get as much footage as I can before the dreaded weed comes in, because I might have to wrap up. There's always going to be a short session anyway. I don't need a long session. I've got good bait on there, so you know, there's fish, we'll find them. Struggling to see the rods though, with the sunlight. It's really bright. Sunlight's terrible. Just going out. It's got some good speed on it, hasn't it? Some cracking speed. Speed of that. Bearing in mind the tide's still coming in. Certainly move. Looking like, it looks like a small container ship. Could be wrong, but it looks like a container ship. Still like a mill pond though. It's beautiful conditions for fishing, but fish aren't playing at the moment, but I know they're there because I've had a few bites. There's a few wrapping up now. I don't know why, because it's prime time now. I certainly won't be disappearing in the next hour, because if you're going to go to fish, it's going to be around now. We've got the best hour now. This is the best hour. Half an hour before top, and then slack water, then half an hour down's the best.
I've got 2 hours on.
Yeah, the next guy's actually going to be in a couple of hours, wrapping up. Maybe it's just an hobby to them, like just pop out for a few hours and that's a bit of time away, but for all the cordaholics like me, we know when to stay and when to go. Still pretty good together. I have been snagged once and I lost my pen locks, but I've just re-upped it and it's ready to go out again when I bring the next one in. I got everything back. It was just got caught on one of the stanchions off the old wooden jetties what was out there. Just want to hope there's a little flatty going to get me Paternoster. And great, stop the blank, because I don't really want a blank. What's this for? Well, I'm getting fed here. My lad's giving me prawn cocktail, Chris is trying to give me the fishy taste, so I'll get the big bite.
Keeping you happy, aren't they?
Apparently he's got corned beef, salad cream and cheese sandwiches.
They're gone now.
Oh, he's eating them. Can't say, I'm not really an avid lover of salad cream for a start. I've never had cheese and beef before. So, I suppose the first time for everything. Tell you what is nice though, jam and cheese sandwiches. Anybody that's never had them, cheddar cheese and jam is the best thing that you've ever tasted in your life. It's like a sweet and sour sandwich, gorgeous it is. When I first had it, I said, like probably all you listening, yuck, but I'll tell you what, they go together like strawberries and cream, believe me. Cheddar cheese and strawberry jam, unbelievable. If you have one, you'll get seriously addicted to them.
Have you tried chocolate spread and bacon?
No.
That was a joke. Imagine.
I'm still waiting for this lovely cod coming in. But I mean, the flatty will do for now. I wasn't even going to come out fishing today, to be fair, only because my lad wanted to come out for a day out fishing, so I sort of made this little session up. But at the end of the day,
It's a good day for it.
it's a good day for it, yeah, and I need you to come out for a session anyway, because obviously I need some footage. But I mean, granted, so far there's no fishing, but who cares? It's a good day for it. I've had a bit of fresh air, some nice scenery around here. And what more can you ask for? And it's peaceful and quiet as well. Oh, I've got a bite. The rod nearest to us, the Paternoster, just had a right good tug. Keep an eye on it. Could this be the flatty saviour? That was definitely a flatty bite. Keep an eye on that rod. I don't know if he was distracted by me talking, but if you rewind it back a little bit, you'll see lovely bite. Just want it to come back now. Oh, there's a big branch down here just coming by right near the wall. Don't want to get tangled up in that. The way the water's behaving, it looks like slack water, but it's not. But it looks like it because there's some branches near me and they're just hovering, they're not moving. Neither backward nor forward. But yeah, that was a nice bite, that. It was definitely a flatty bite, like, but let's hope it comes back so I'm gonna fish. So I've had 3 or 4 bites. There's no haven't produced fish. If you got this far on the video, don't forget to like, share it and subscribe it to the channel. I think my subs are at 2,218 at the moment, so I'm not doing bad. It's certainly picking up well. Views have gone up dramatically, so you know, start sharing the videos, liking them and what have you. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It don't cost nothing, it's free. Don't forget the thumbs up buttons, guys, because it helps push the channel. I mean, the share, and the more likes you've got, the more your videos shared out by YouTube, the algorithms and stuff. So get in the thumbs up button and I'll get more views, basically. It's all good. See if we can reach 3,000 views by say, I don't know, end of July, October time, somewhere on there. We'll be good to hit the 3,000. Anybody wanting any stickers, by the way, and they see me while I'm out, say hiya to me, come up to me and I'll give you some stickers. I carry them with me all the time now, so, you know, if you're wanting a sticker, come and have a chat, you've got a sticker. Quite large stickers as well, they're about 7 inch or so, 6-7 inch. Great for boxes, fully waterproof. Got any car windows, anything, the water wash off. It's all good. Right, I'll disappear, but if I get any more action on that rod, I'll be straight back on. But I'm going to change the battery anyway. I think I've got a flatty. I think I've got a flatty on the first rod nearest to us. As I said, I had a good bite on it, and then I changed the battery because it was just about dead. Now I've got a brand new battery on, and as I was just attaching it to the tripod, my lad just said it's had 4 good pull downs. So if it goes again, obviously I think there's a flatty on it, because I do believe that's the Paternoster, which is great for catching flies, that's obvious. Still keeping the pennel out there because I want, and that's on Squid. The pennel's on Squid and cart and black. Obviously I want to keep the options on. But it's quite possible there's a flatty sat on that hook. I say there is 2 hooks out there, so there's only probably an hour and a bit of fishing, good fishing left anyway. So I don't want to make the video too long if there's no fish in it, because it gets a bit boring if there's no coming in, like. But obviously the scenery is nice and that, and you've got great views around here. Look, I'll give you a slow panoramic view of the area. Look at that beautiful sun, absolutely brilliant. Look at that, beautiful. There's a P&O ferry in the distance. There's all the people. Lovely view. And back to the rod. So you've had a 360. .360, but no fish at the moment.
I think there's a fly on that.
I think there's a flatty on it, but if it goes again I'll definitely pull it in, but if it's not, I'm not going to pull it in because it hasn't been out there long, and it's 2 hooks out there anyway, Paternoster in it. If it had been a pennel I'd have had that in by now, because obviously there's only 1 hook, so just tighten that one up a bit. Right, tighten them both up just to see if it makes a difference. It's actually one of the best days fishing I've had for a few weeks. This, it's
Marvelous to fish.
lovely, really. It's not often you can just wear your rugby without having to get your coat out, but today's one of them days. I'm going to leave you on that for a few minutes just in case that fish comes back, because we've got a feeling there's one on it. I mean, even a little Rockling will do me just to break the blank. Obviously I want a cod, but you know, you break the blank if you can. Sun's a bit bright though in the old eye vision. It's really hard to see the tips of your rods. You sat directly behind them. think I might have to move my box to different ground. I can't really see me rough.
We went right.
Sit here,
See him here.
I'll be able to see. So we get a bit closer there. Might be able to. Bit more better. That's better. I'm behind the camera now and I've got the sun in my eye. Really difficult to see a bite when you've got sun in your eye and your eyes are flickering like. It's been a case of plenty of bite action but no fish today. I mean, you get like that sometimes. Every bite you get a fish, and other times you come and every bite you get nothing. Certainly not playing ball today. It's all ready to go.
I think that fly's just got on it and just sat there chilling. What do you reckon? Flatty patty. Someone's floated past and pulled it.
Possible.
Can't see it floating there.
There was a fishy up on the way there.
Bloody hell, look how dark it's got over there behind the sun there. It's definitely raining over there.
Yes, it could actually be the night coming in.
Lighter nights now, innit? It's about 7:30, 8.
Nah, it's about friggin' light up, sounds about 5:06 or something. Sure, it's about 6:05.
No, the clocks go forward, don't they?
When?
I think Sunday.
This Sunday?
Yeah, I think so. They said something about lighter nights at like 8 o'clock now. I'll have a look now. Yeah, Sunday.
There's a snag out there. Got caught on it again. Same snag. Same one that I got caught on last time. Probably end up going down to one rod here. Fuck. Gotta watch you, Brady will cut your fingers off.
Well, you've seen it on ghost ship, haven't you?
Do what?
You've seen it on ghost ship.
Brady will cut your fingers clean off.
Right, you move to the right a bit more.
Lost it. That's it, I'm down to one rod now. I ain't getting 2 hours. I've got no rigs left anyway. Some snags out there because I've got caught on it twice. Where is it?
Over here.
Definitely a snag there, isn't there? Twice I've been on it. It's a bastard. I'll have to re-rig it now.
Won't go over. Let me move it this way a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe move it in front of this box a little bit here. Just that same place down there, isn't it?
There's a stanchion there or something, isn't there? I'm getting caught on. Snapped off, guys. Twice I've snapped off in the same place. Luckily I got all my gear back last time behind my Penelux, but looks like there's a snag right in front of me because I've been caught twice on it now, so I might have to move a little bit. Luckily I've got another rig made up. It's just a matter of putting a swivel on, basically. So it's not no biggie like. I usually leave a tag end on when I put braid on, like that. Cast it a few times and snip it off. Not right tight, but I usually leave about that much on, because it does slip now and again. So you've got to be careful that you don't lose your gear if it slips off. Work it in a few casts first and then snip it off. Save you a lot of hassle. Well, luckily I had a rig already made up. I lost my Paternoster, which is a bit of a shame, but there you go. I put the wrong end on it, knowing me. Trust me to do that, so I'm going to have to redo that again now. Put the wrong clip on it. Only take 2 so I couldn't take it, like. Just don't want to waste pram fishing time.
Really?
Godsend having them pliers on your stand. Saves a lot of mucking about. We'll cut a tiny bit of that snag end off, but not loads of it, because say if it snaps, you don't want to, I mean if it slips, you don't want to lose the gear.
Slippity slip, slippity slip.
Roll that out there. Gone back to panels now because I've lost my Paternoster and I ain't got another one made up, so I can't be bothered to make one. Because not much fishing left anyway. So
Well, Humber Ridge has disappeared in that darkness.
it's just a matter of putting new weight on it. Not often I lose gear here, but I am definitely in a snag down there, 100%. As I say, I don't usually lose any gear here. I can go 4 or 5 sessions without losing any. Not a good idea putting electrical tape on these though, because it's a pain getting it off.
What are you doing? You're moving it this way a bit, or this way?
I don't know, it's... I mean, I've pulled in about 10-15 times minimum on each rod. And that's and I haven't really lost a lot of gear. Like, we lost one set. I've been caught a few times on it. I ain't lost any as such. Bit of a dodgy weight, this one. It's not very good weight, that one. I think it's unusable actually. I might have to swap that one. More grip. What to do? I've got a lot of time on it. I've got a lot of fishing time left, so when we get out. I'm back onto a cart. Back onto cart, lugs and squid. I'm not wrapped. Gear. I won't figure this out hard either. Not on its first cast. Tidy's now looks like it's going out to me because drifting to the left. Try and cast in a different place there. Looks like it's going to rain, doesn't it? I don't think it will though. Only about an hour left max now fishing time. Oh, that's pulled way left now. There's definitely, tide's definitely going out, so it's wrong. Tide times are wrong again. It's 5:28. Should be high tide now. Well, that's definitely going out. So it's pulled way left now. That
There's a sheet of wood there as well.
There's all the debris will start going by. Where's the wood? Oh yeah, it's definitely going out the tide. So
look at that one coming.
So the tide was definitely wrong. I'll be back if there's any action. Right, we're back, but I'm coming on the camera now because it's going to go off very shortly, because that is what's heading this way. There is a hell of a storm on the south bank and it looks like it's sheeting down over there because you can see the haze coming from the clouds. So it looks like a bad storm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get as much footage as I can before I have to wrap up. But I certainly don't want to be fishing in the rain because For one thing, I ain't got my wet gear. Well, I have actually got some wet gear, but it's in the car. It wouldn't be worth really getting out for 25-30 minutes. That's all we've got left. I was talking to the fellas at the to the right of me. Same thing with them. They had a lot of bites, but no fish. But there's a lot of debris going by now when the tide time's out, because it's supposed to be slack water now. And it's actually been going out for the last 5 or 6 minutes, so it's going out pretty fast. It's ripping through because a great big twig just come by.
The twig's gone, it's right over there.
Well, there's a lot of... Oh, I won't be fishing much longer now.
That twig's got right up there already.
Yeah, but you've seen this lot coming.
Yeah.
There's a great big tree coming to the right of me, right near the bank edge, and there's lots of debris. I'll show you the debris, so I won't be fishing much longer. There's the debris. As you can see, lots of debris coming, look, and there's a tree coming just there. So I do not want to be, I won't be fishing much longer. It's going out pretty fast and all, as you can see. See how fast it's going. So I won't be fishing much longer because that storm's going to hit. You know, I've had a lovely, it's been a lovely session today. I don't want to finish off getting soaked. You know, I love a nice draft session. So I'll give you the last few minutes on them rods, and hopefully, with a bit of luck, I'll get a cod or a big fish. Because there's pennels on both, and there's squid, carp and black lug on both. So there's plenty of flavour there. As I said, it's near the transition now. It's getting to the point where, you know, the river might have had its last fling when I caught them big fish 2 weeks ago. I know I lost a cod the week after on the Sunday morning, but I think we're right on the edge of it's finished now really, and I think in a couple of weeks it'll just be flatties and whiting down here. You know, it's nearly time to be visiting the beach every week, because I rarely fish the river after March, because you don't get anything. I mean, I might fish Paull now and again, because you still got the chance of that, you know, sly cod now and again, but you know, it's unlikely. It's been great this season though in the Humber. Cod have been brilliant. Let's hope next year's the same. We'll be back in the droves by about end of October, just after Hull Fair, as usual, and let's hope they're as good as this year, not even better.
That reaches pretty quick, doesn't it?
Yeah. That storm's right above us now, so if it's going to pour down, it's going to start now. But as I pull these rods in, which is obviously I'm not going to pull them in as soon as I can, because I will just cast them out. But
That sounds like it's thunder over there.
it does sound like thunder, doesn't it? In the distance. I mean, it is warm enough for a thunderstorm. I remember fishing here with Shane the Codfather about a year and a bit ago, and we was on here. I think it was February, early March time, and was at the other end where the grass is and the benches. And it was a nice day like this in the morning, and all of a sudden, within the space of 5 minutes, it was a monsoon, and all our tents got ripped to pieces. And it was ridiculous, man. A big flash flood instantly hit us. So it just shows you how quick it can change the weather. Well, it's past 5 hours away, isn't it? It's been good.
Been relaxing.
Yeah, it's been relaxing. Bit of fresh air, bit of peace and quiet. It's definitely quiet now, isn't it? It's good fishing here on a night, especially when you're on your own, because it's absolutely quiet. You know, you can just sit here and you can hear a pin drop. Just leaving you on there an extended period just in case I do get a bite on them rods. Well, there was no golden hour today when you usually get a golden hour around here. I mean, the Humber does usually produce 1 hour of fantastic fishing and bite action, but it's not happened today. Thinking of getting a drone anyway, so I can get some aerial shots and stuff when I'm on the beaches, and you know, and when I'm fishing the river I can fly out to the middle and look from the other end and see what it's like, because it's interesting, something to do when you're fishing. I know I've already got plenty to do with the camera and work and stuff, but you know, it's a bit more, a few more strings to your bow, innit? Look good from aerial shots and that. Right, I'll be back when I pull these rods in or I get a bite. I've just had a massive bite, a big massive pull down and a flick up. I'm hoping it won't weed. I'm hoping it's a cod, because it was a cracker. And it doesn't look like there's anything on my rod either. No, it doesn't, so I'm hoping that was a cod. If it goes again, I'll be in. It's the one furthest away from you, the Sport.
Well, this one now. This I just pulled down.
It's my magic cod rod, that, the Sport. Now that's definitely got a bit of weed caught on it, I can see, but this one hasn't. That's got a bit of weed caught on it there.
What, this side?
Yeah, you can just see it there, look.
Oh, yeah.
But this one hasn't. I want a cod. Come on, cod. That was a beautiful bite. There's a hell of a lot of debris coming by now though. Hell of a lot. So when these come in, they're staying in. I'm not taking them back out because there's too much debris coming by. There's a lot of pull now. So this will certainly be probably the last cast. I aren't rushing to bring them in because I've got big baits on them. And they're freshly put on. So well, that was a cracking bite, that was. It gave me a slack liner as well, but I mean you can't tell when the tide's going out with this much pull because it just tightens you back up. But the actual amount of shrapnel going by is terrible. The first rod, if you see it bobbing a little bit, it's caught on a bit of weed. It isn't causing me any problems, but it's only a little bit of weed. It might free itself. I'm going to leave you on for a few minutes just in case that was a cod.
See that weed stuck on it down there?
Yeah, it's just that tiny, it's only a tiny bit though, that. But that was a beautiful bite, wasn't it, on the black rod? Sport. Cracker of a bite. Occasionally you'll get a cod and they'll just sit there and not move. There you go, it's off again.
There's no going past it either.
No, that's what I'm saying, there's nothing in the way. This could be a cod, guys. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. In fact, I'm going to bring it in because the amount of pull down I had on the first time.
It's still pulling.
It's on.
Oh, it had a big tub then.
It is my best rod for catching cod, this.
Watch it, I'll get it stuck down there.
Ooh, it's heavy. It's pretty heavy, this, guys. It could be a cod. Weed. What a shame. Cracker of a bite like that, and it turned out to be nothing.
It's a shame that was.
Beauty of a bite, that. I am going to flick it back out.
Still got a bait on it.
You know,
Still got a bait on it, might as well.
yeah, I said only just put it out. It's got a lovely bait on it. Beauty of a bait on it. Don't want to rush because it's rush hour anyway and I'll get stuck in traffic, so. Well, it's going yet.
That's a length on that one, like.
Yeah. Went over fair distance that, didn't it? I didn't even really flick it hard either. Well, I've whacked out a fair distance, guys, about 80-90 metres. Definitely the last cast out of that one. Thankfully that rain hasn't come down yet. But I've got about, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so. What time is it? 54. Yeah, I'm leaving about 1/2 so I've got about 15-20 minutes and then I'll be wrapping the gear up. By the time I've got it in the car and got in the car, it'll be yeah, about the time we was going to leave, so it's about an hour after I, so it gets too bad down here after I. It's, you get a lot of pull, you get a lot of pull, a lot of debris. You can lose a lot of gear on the way out down here if you're not careful. I mean, I really shouldn't have panned it out that far really, but I might just be lucky and hit one on the head. I've done it before.
Hopefully get one before leaving.
Right, I'll be back next time you hear from me or see me. It'll be the outro, unless there's a fish on the end. Right, I'm going to call it a day, guys. It's late. It's I've had no more bites, but I mean the shrapnel coming down here now. I mean, look at that. Look at it. It's a minefield out there. You know, big tree trunks and all sorts going by. So I mean, I don't want to lose my gear because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to end up caught on it and lose all my gear. It's usually the case here. You get a big run, big pull, it rips through and brings all the shrapnel with it. And I knew it was going to be bad when I saw how much was coming by when the tide was coming in. So this is definitely the last cast, and I'm going to pull it in. But it's been great here. I'm not going to show you pulling in because I'll probably end up getting caught on it anyway because it's just about to pass my gear now. But it's been good here. I've had plenty of bites, but just no fish. But I mean, it was a quick session anyway. I wasn't bothered. I've had plenty of fish. I can't grumble. You're going to get the odd blank, and it's still been enjoyable. It's been a pleasant day. I've been in my hoodie all day. You know, it's been good enough to fish just in the hoodie. You can tell summer season's around the corner. Clocks go forward soon. It'll be late nights. Hopefully we're going to get some lovely pleasant evenings and nice sunsets. So until next time, from me and Jimmy Cod Bites, it's a very good evening from Paul.